started the recording on accident.
Where's the camera?
Right there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, me too.
I like the color.
Thank you. Changing them, actually looking, actually dressing up for once.
Yeah. Yeah, like I guess you'll actually
in the gym. I'm showing you. My eyes water really easily. I'm really I couldn't do it. I like to try harder. Yes. Is that tomorrow? I do maybe after the meeting.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know my name. I don't know what
You're signing, right?
Huh?
Did you sign up?
Alright.
No, I thought
I just want to that's my first
Yeah, six up one.
I might have lied. How long does it take?
Yeah, they got the.
Brenna. I'll let it go take a look.
No, not yet. They're gonna make
No, you're fine.
Good? They just want
No, but I can get you back. Actually, yeah, I can get you back.
really sick. In my car. I forgot you had it. Like last week, I got there's nothing you can do. Yes, I think we have all of us. Yes, right. Because I didn't have policy, so I was like, I'm getting out. And next is like, this week, I still had to go to class, so I went from, I didn't need it, and now I'm just.
You know, we were talking about that advancing off for me and Rob. I have a really good team next year. I wish I could see this team next year. I do. Yeah, I'm moving down there. Did you get there summer? I actually started 2 weeks ago. I didn't lie. I'm waiting.
I call to order the April 7th meeting of the Student Government Association. We are live streaming and being recorded. Please review your agendas while I do roll calls. Angelina Casella. Zara Ribbit.
Here.
Christopher Landon.
Here.
Eliza Baez.
Here.
DeAngelis Ozuna Sandoval. Brenna Giuliani.
Here.
Luke Staley.
Here.
Alyssa Hannafin.
Here.
Raymond Croto.
Here.
Aiden Gomez.
Here.
Fabian Morales. Lucia Sedora.
Here.
Liv Carney. Julian Oder.
Here.
Cole Dos Santos. Matthew Crucia.
Here.
And Maria Renta Marrero.
Here.
Did I get everybody? Yes. Are there any corrections to the minutes from March 10th, 2026? Seeing none, the minutes are approved.
And now for your
Wait. Got 2 sets of minutes. Are there any corrections to the minutes from March 24th, 2026? Seeing none, the minutes are approved.
And now for your president's report, Justin Wall.
Hello, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed your weekend. And to those who went to Owl Ball, I hope it was a hoot. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Tonight, we are lucky to be welcoming the university president, Dr. Linda Thompson, as our guest speaker. And before she comes up, I would like to thank her for her dedication to the university and her commitment to helping us exercise our power in governance and the direction of the university, and for supporting us with many of our initiatives. So please give a hand to Dr. Linda Thompson.
That's some clapping. So I thank you, President Walt. And good evening, members of the Student Government Association, all of you that are here tonight. I just want to congratulate you on the way you've organized this room. It's, very professional looking, and, I guess I have to thank the Student Government Association for your ability to make this room look so wonderful. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. The final week of the semester following spring break often feels like the fastest of the year. There is so much to do to wrap up courses, projects, and activities. It is a poignant moment when we have to say farewell to professors, friends, mentors, and classmates. Let me begin by thanking each of you for your leadership. Every time you attend a meeting, represent a classmate, or help address a concern, you are shaping the experience of Westville State University. Your work matters, and it has a real lasting impact on the quality of our university. By choosing to be out front as leaders, you have already shown that you are dependable, thoughtful, and committed. You show up, you engage, you take on difficult conversations, and when you pair that commitment with kindness and compassion, there is no limit to what you can accomplish. Your service is an investment in yourselves, in your peers, and the public good of this university. And we are counting on you, and I am confident you will continue to use your leadership to shape the future of the university. So thank you for helping ensure our students feel seen, heard, and valued. That sense of belonging is central to who we are. Let me share a few updates on key initiatives. First, the Human Health and Life Sciences Innovation Center, our Human Health Hub. This is a transformative proposal representing more than $140 million to address healthcare workforce shortages and health inequities in Western Massachusetts. It brings together Westville State University, Holyoke Community College, Bay State Health System, and Western Mass Development Corporation to create a regional hub for interdisciplinary education, workforce development, and innovative care. The BRIGHT Act, which has passed both the House and Senate, includes a $100 million appropriation for Westville State University. While details are still being finalized, I am optimistic that we will get that money. So thank you for helping me to shape that optimism for our campus and for your leadership in going and meeting with elected officials. At this time, additional funding will be needed to fully realize that vision. In February, I joined many of you at the State House for Advocacy Day. Together, we met with legislators to advocate for public higher education. With a strong focus on the BRIGHT Act, I was proud of how our students represented this university with clarity, purpose, and conviction. I ask you to continue that advocacy. Your voice matters, your stories make a difference, your engagement is essential as we work to secure the resources our students need. Strategically, we have been working to focus on initiatives to identified within our strategic plan. We are hoping to receive final confirmation of our stated direction from the state at the Board of Higher Education meeting, which we had just today, and they approved our strategic plan. Turning to institutional advancement, the Board of Trustees has approved a $3.1 million investment over 5 years to support a comprehensive fundraising initiative. For fiscal year 2026, we anticipate raising nearly $2.5 million, with more than $1.6 million directed towards scholarships, faculty support, and campus initiatives. And additionally, nearly $1 million in grant funding will support student scholarships. At the end of April, we will welcome our new Vice President for Institutional Advancement, Robert Zielmek, who brings more than 30 years of experience and deep regional ties. In administration and finance, we are asking you to participate in the interviews for Vice President of Administration and Finance. The candidates will be visiting our campus soon. We have one tomorrow, for example, who will be on campus. I know Justin has been actively involved in that search process. We really want student input in the selection of this new leader, so please attend and provide us with your updates. The campus facilities master plan has been completed following extensive campus input. The final report will be available later this month. Budget planning for fiscal year 2027 is underway. While challenges remain, we are focused on aligning resources with strategic priorities and sustaining a balanced budget. Enrollment is expected to remain steady, isn't it, Dr. Hearn?
Yes, ma'am.
Through retention trends warranted, continued attention, particularly as fewer students are choosing college and more are reconsidering where to begin their educational journey. We anticipate level state funding amidst rising costs, and we closed fiscal year 2025 with a clean audit and a strong financial position. Facilities improvements continue. The campus pool renovation is nearing completion, and apartment plumbing upgrades are progressing. Despite some winter-related challenges, we expect all apartment buildings to be fully operational by fall. Finally, the Enrollment Management, Marketing, and Student Affairs Division continues to play a vital role in recruitment, retention, and student success. While interest from prospective students is strong, deposits are slightly behind last year. Our accepted student days are critical, and I encourage you to be involved. Our next student acceptance day is on April the 10th. We are also looking forward to events like Flight Fest and Spring Weekend and better weather to offer opportunities to strengthen community and engagement. At the April 28th Board of Trustees meeting, Chair Ali Salehi will this will not be his last time. I don't know why they wrote this. His last time to be the chair will be in June. I hope when he's in his final meeting, you will thank him for all of the services that he has provided to Westville State. His passion for education has translated into solid progress for our university, and his leadership, guidance, and counsel has been an indispensable asset to our growth. Commencement is right around the corner, and we are busy planning our ceremony on May 15th at the Mass Mutual Center. We have selected 4 individuals for honorary degrees who have demonstrated dedicated support for higher education and the advancement of student success throughout their careers. In addition to serving as keynote speaker at the undergraduate ceremony, Mr. Maurice Watson will receive an honorary degree of Doctors of Law. We are recognizing Mr. Watson for dedicating more than 30 years for advancing education, healthcare, and public service. Through his leadership in law, philanthropy, and governance, he has strengthened institutions and expanded opportunities for students and emerging professions. He was one of the few people of color in the United States to be the managing partner at one of the largest law firms in the United States of America. So he's your graduation speaker, and I'm just really happy that he chose to come here to be our graduation speaker, and he's been a long-term friend. Also at undergraduate ceremonies, we will be recognizing Mr. Kevin Queenan for his exceptional leadership and his long-standing service to Westville State University. Through his roles on the Board of Trustees, he chaired our board, and the University Foundation over the past few years. He has helped strengthen our financial stability and strategic direction. Mr. Queenan's contributions have advanced academic initiatives, campus development, and philanthropic growth, while also fostering strong connections between the university and the broader Westville community. In recognition of his civic, philanthropic, and professional impact, we will confer upon Mr. Queenan the honorary degree of Doctor of Public Service. He met his wife here. His children grew up on this campus, and he's been a long-standing supporter, so please make sure you thank him. I really am trying to cultivate a major gift from him, so. It is also fitting that we recognize Mr. Larry Guas, who has demonstrated exceptional leadership and long-standing philanthropic support for Westville State University, advancing academic programs, student opportunities, and institutional initiatives. His contributions have enriched experiential learning, supported scholarships, strengthened scholarly resources, and fostered enduring connections between the university and the community. In recognition of his humanitarian, civic, and philanthropic impact, we will confer upon Mr. Guas the honorary degree of Doctor of Human Letters at the graduation ceremony. At the military veterans ceremony, we will recognize General Claire Adams-Zinder for her extraordinary leadership and lifelong service to our country. Rising from humble beginnings, she built a distinguished 34-year Army career, becoming a pioneer leader and transforming military nursing through innovation, advocacy, and mentorship. We will present an honorary degree in humane letters to General Adams-Zinder in recognition of her lasting impact on healthcare, education, and equity. This is going to be at the ceremony for the veterans. Finally, while it takes the collective effort of faculty, staff, and administrators to move this university forward, your engagement as students will have the greatest impact. You are not only part of this institution, you are shaping its future by continuing to lead, advocate, and support one another. You are helping to shape not only this campus, but the broader community we serve. So I just want to thank you for your leadership, your commitment, and your belief in what you can accomplish together, and for your support of the university. Before I stop, one of our graduates who graduated in the 80s has made a commitment of $125,000 a year for 10 years to give for student scholarships for people who want to enter into the sciences. So your advocacy on behalf of this campus has really sparked the interest of our graduates to want to invest in this campus, to invest in you. And I hope whenever you graduate, you continue to think about how you want to invest in our campus. So thank you, and I'll turn it back over to you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Dr. Thompson. Thank you, Dr. Thompson. Thank you for coming down. Hello, everybody. Again, I hope you're doing well. I do not have much in terms of a substantial report, a lot of updates and a lot of events. It's a busy time of year. There's something going on quite literally every day. So that's where I go to delegate to my team so we can try and be everywhere all at once. Sorry. He's been talking about everything everywhere all at once for a couple of weeks now. All right. I have some handouts. Pulling a page from Travis's book. All right. So not only is this Friday an Accepted Students Day, or an open house. Which one? Accepted Students Day? Okay. Wasn't sure. We also have from Campus to Congress an event with Representative Richard Neal, who represents our corner of the state in Congress. This event is in the Ely Library, though I believe it's in the back. There will be somebody, according to Melinda, there will be somebody to usher people into the room.
Yes.
So at the event there will be a bit of a talking. The congressman will give a speech, and afterwards there will be a moderated question and answers portion. So if you guys do attend, think of some questions. I believe it's media and public service.
Right, politics, media, and public service, so kind of inside baseball, report from Washington. He'll speak for about 45 minutes and then 45 minutes of questions, so this is your opportunity to ask your congressman some questions. And then we'll be over in the dining commons for lunch. I know it's Accepted Students Day, and I am informed that Nestor will be there, as well as magnetic refrigerator tags are being made, so I'm going to make sure that the congressman gets a photo with Nestor and a magnet, and we can put it up in Washington as a reminder of Westfield State and his visit here. But really hope that we can present a good turnout of students, because he really wants to speak to students. He teaches at UMass. He has a course in politics and media. So anyway, see you all there.
Yes, please, definitely go. It's a great opportunity. And I heard we were giving him a t-shirt as well, so I think at this point Richard Neal is going to have more t-shirts than I do. That was me trying to hint at Dr. Hearn that I should get more t-shirts when the new ones roll out.
I'll see what I can do, Mr. President.
All right, and as Dr. Thompson alluded to with the interviews for the Vice President of Administration and Finance, tomorrow, starting at 1:45 in Scanlon Banquet Hall A, there will be an open forum, and at 3 p.m. there will be a meeting with just students. I will be at both of them. For a part of the student one, I have a meeting with Dr. Hearn, so he's dragging me out of there.
Yes, Mr.
Too many digs at you today. I'm sorry, but I'll be there. There's an email from Rob Genest on behalf of Dr. Freeman, who is chairing the committee, that was sent to campus. So if you need more information or want more, it should be in your student emails. And if you plan, And if you plan on going, there's also a candidate bio in that email that you can read about Dr. Christina Wynn from Berkshire Community College. So also, if you plan on going, please let me know as soon as possible so I can try and get somewhat of an account of who's going and potentially give out community engagement hours if you're there. Next, I recently got an opportunity from Junior Delgado in the Career Center. Juliet Schulman Hall, who's a higher education reporter from Mass Live, is looking to do an article on the difficulties of the job market and how Westfield State is helping. To quote her directly, I want to hear their experience of applying and looking for jobs, and if they are nervous about this job market. If they aren't hearing back or have applied to dozens or hundreds of jobs, that would be a great person to hear from. So if you would like to help out with this article, I have been at the same place for 5 years, so I cannot. But you can send me over your interest and I can forward your information to her, and hopefully you can talk to her and share some information on the job market and the things Westfield State and the Career Center are doing to help. Finally, I think we all got an email from the Counseling Center today, but I would like to touch a little bit on that. There has been a recent Supreme Court decision regarding conversion therapy, which I think is absolutely disgusting, and allows for harmful acts to be committed against members of the LGBTQIA+ community. None of these members, as the Counseling Center said, are sick or broken, and they do not need to be fixed and do not need therapy. So if you or anybody you know are concerned, anxious, or stressed about anything going on in the news at any point in time, not just this, please know and let others know that you are welcome at the Counseling Center at any time, or welcome to come to us. We as an organization are committed to providing a safe, welcome, and inclusive community for anyone and everyone. And that is all.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Justin? Seeing none, thank you, Justin.
And now for your Vice President's report of student life, Travis McLaughlin.
I have also been known to enjoy a free t-shirt, so free t-shirts are around. Kevin, please.
I guess I'm doing requests now, so yes, absolutely.
If they're around, I'll take them, that's for sure. All right, I have a short one today. Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to remind you about Fresh Check Day this Thursday from 1 to 4. If you're helping an SGA to volunteer, hopefully you've already been to one of the trainings. If not, let me know. I can send you the recorded one. That'll be all fine. Again, 1 to 4, Scanlon Banquet Hall. Go there, it's fun, it's nice. Next, moving on, we have the annual club celebration this Thursday after Fresh Check Day. It's gonna be 3:45 to 5 right here. And we're gonna have some pizza, garlic bread, and ice cream. Who doesn't love any of those things? Those are all universally beloved because they're delicious. And there's gonna be some raffles and awards if you're part of RSOs. Everyone's invited. Please, tell your friends.
Travis made a wonderful whiteboard thing.
Thank you. I worked really hard on that whiteboard outside. I did. Yeah, so come by Thursday, 3:45 to 5, right here to celebrate our great, wonderful clubs and RSOs. That's it.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Travis? Seeing none, thank you, Travis. And now we have a slight change to the agenda. Dr. Hearn has kindly offered to answer questions following the President's speech. So if you have any, now is the time, and he can answer them to the best of his ability and provide us with answers.
Afternoon, everybody. I apologize on behalf of the President. I don't think she remembered you all had some questions, so I'm happy to help out. And I guess to provide T-shirts. I guess that's my new job description. Put it on my tablet.
Justin Walt.
Sorry for that. Sometimes I forget that I'm not the university president. You're not working.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. No.
Not yet. You'll get there.
So today, members of the Executive Council and the Senate heard about a decision to suspend the Occupational Therapy Assistant Program. We were hoping you could shine some light on this new development and give us some information regarding the future of students in this program and potentially why the announcement came 3 weeks before finals.
So I can't provide any more information let me be very specific. I don't have any more information than what was supplied in the university's communication from the provost. I will say that the provost's office made it very clear that they're going to meet with each of the students to make sure those students in the cohort have the support they need to understand what next steps might be. The piece I think that is important is what went into the decision was the awareness that an associate's degree at the OTA level was all the industry required, so keeping students in a 4-year program when a 2-year program would be sufficient was something that didn't seem congruent. So I can't speak to the timing or anything more than what was communicated by the provost's office, but I think maybe between Melissa and I for the next meeting we can get some additional information from the provost for SGA, but I would want to reassure you that of our commitment to make sure that the students in the program are dealt with as individuals and resourced appropriately, whether that's to, as you saw, the STIC program, or to stay at the university and run with a parallel health sciences program. But that's all the information I have.
Just a quick readdress. Sorry, we're getting there. Is the information that was sent out by Unicon going to the entire campus community? Because students aren't included in that. So I was just wondering if that would be shared further than just faculty and staff.
Justin, I wasn't aware that it wasn't shared universally. That's how I read it. So I'll reach back out to the provost's office and see what their intentions are. I can't speak for the provost, but I don't think this is something that we're trying to keep secret. I'll share with you that as the Vice President of Enrollment Management, I was very interested in making sure that prospective students knew who had a particular interest in this, that the program was no longer going to continue as we had told them at our previous accepted student day. So that timing served us well from the admissions perspective. But communicating throughout the university can be something I will carry to the provost. I guess what I'm assuming is you'd like it shared with the university community. Yes. Yeah, I'm happy to carry that message forward to the provost.
Thank you. Christopher Lana.
Hi, Dr. Hearn. Thank you for
Hey, Chris.
that. I was also going to ask about the occupational therapy program, but I'm glad you gave sort of clarity on that. My question, as I always ask President Thompson when she comes down, is sort of about retention and enrollment. Are there any sort of, I know, Westfield in recent years has been on sort of a plateau when it comes to enrollment and just retaining students, but is there any efforts, to increase enrollment back to what it was, before all our times here? And if, there's any sort of outreach initiatives, social media campaigns, whatnot. I think, what's going on with the videos that marketing's doing at the end of the month with like the student spotlights. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
I think those are really a good way to get students invested in the universities, but I think, is there anything you have that would be sort of something in addition that, maybe we could come back as alumni and do, or even students in this room as they transition to sophomores, juniors, and seniors?
Yeah, there's a lot to that question, so let me try to answer some of it, and then you can let me know what I've missed. First, enrollment is a big term that refers to two particular efforts, retention and recruitment. Okay, so as we talk about retention, we talk about students who are already here and keeping them here. Now to the OTA, sometimes it's appropriate and necessary to excuse a student or encourage them to go elsewhere in this sort of circumstance. But we have sort of plateaued in the retention side. Our first year retention rate fluctuates somewhere around 70%. So there's room for improvement there. And as you're maybe aware, the state appropriated roughly $1.5 million that we've been working with and building a dual advising model and other sorts of student support programs to help us impact that number. From a recruitment side, I'll say we're not plateaued. In fact, after 10 consistent years of admissions declines, we have been seeing admission increases, and I attribute that largely to the work that students are doing. Some of the students in the room here who serve as student ambassadors do an exceptional job. And Friday's Accepted Student Day will be our second consecutively sold out event. We have to convince those folks in what you all believe that this is a special place. So that's fundamentally important to our enrollment strategy, is both retention and recruitment. to what you all can do is continue to do what you're doing, which is make yourselves leaders in your respective areas, residence halls, academic programs, and so on, and share those stories, particularly post-graduation. Come back and share those stories with us as alumni. As you know from my report about 6 weeks ago, we decided to establish, after months, actually 2.5 years worth of research, a new brand strategy, which puts forth a very significant effort to talk about completion stories. And the university putting a foot in the ground and saying student outcomes is fundamentally important to what we do. Certainly student support and the vibrant, dynamic university community, but we are going to say that we understand and will take serious, perhaps more serious than other institutions, the role in your outcome, whatever that outcome might be. I hope that helps. Hi.
So we were talking about the enrollment and the recruitment aspect of that. How do you think? I don't know if you know much about this, but how does the removal of that program affect the enrollment? Is that something that people want? Is that do you direct them to other places? How does that work?
So 2 things. I think there's an opportunity. This is a growing field of occupational therapy, but the OTA, which is an occupational therapy assistant, you don't need your 4-year degree for that. So students are seeing other options for it. The scale of that program is roughly 12 students. Might be the reason why a campus-wide email didn't go out, but I will still carry forward the request of student government. So it's a relatively small program. But certainly we were looking at it on the admission side as having some runway, but I would never encourage a student to spend 4 years worth of their resource for a program that they can acquire in 2. So we'll see about that. I left this on the table, or off the table, Chris. Please understand that the demographic cliff that you may or may not be familiar with is here, and we're dealing with that now. So the enrollment picture that was Westfield State 10 years ago is just not possible unless something seismic happens, because roughly 20 years ago, when many of you were just being thought of, if not in a crib, there were fewer of you than there have been for many, many years previous. And subsequently, we are seeing declines in birth rates. So the demographics are such that it's an even more competitive space to attract and retain students to Westfield State. That said, I think we can all agree we're up to the challenge. So bring it on.
Are there any further? Seeing none. Thank you, Dr.
Oh, thank you.
Now the Vice President's report of outreach, Celia Rosino.
Thanks, guys. Okay. Hi, everyone. I hope you all had a good weekend and are having a great start to the beginning of your week. Owl Ball happened last Friday, April 3rd from 7 to 11 p.m. and it was a great time. The food was delicious. There were lots of dancing and photo opportunities. I want to thank the Owl Ball committee for helping us plan this wonderful event. Chris, Zara, Liv, Lucia, and Alyssa, you guys have all been so great to work with and truly made such an impact towards the event. Also, the SGA banquet is happening April 28th. So I'm starting to collect pictures for the slideshow for anti-SGA. Please send in some pictures via Teams, or you could reach me through Snapchat or Instagram if that's easier for you. The more pictures we have, the more fun it'll be to watch the slideshow. Excuse me. Now on to our March Senator of the Month. This senator unfortunately isn't here, but we're still going to give them a shout out anyways. So this senator has been such a standout in so many different domains. Although this happened in February, this senator went to the State House and had very impactful conversations with professionals in Boston. The senator is also always asking questions and is always ready to help whenever anyone needs it. They reported not once, but twice in one meeting and have been advocating for first-generation students. With that being said, drum roll please. Congratulations to our March Senator of the Month, Cole dos Santos. And that's all I have.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Celia? Seeing none, thank you, Celia.
support of student belonging, standing in for Lorraine, Carly Biebender.
Okay, so I have 3 reports, not to outdo Cole with her 2 reports in one night. That's the only reason I did it. But no, Lorraine is not here tonight, so I'm just going to read her Vice President of Belonging report to begin. So this is me as Lorraine. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well and having a great start to your week. I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for all the incredible work that you have been doing, not just this semester, but throughout the entire academic year. I am genuinely inspired by the passion and dedication which you all bring. It really pushes me to be better, so thank you for that. Now to my short report. The Blue Key Committee met last week on April 1st at 4 p.m., where we made our final decisions on this year's Blue Key Award recipients. After thoughtful discussion, the committee unanimously selected 6 winners who will be recognized for their contributions during the Student Leadership Awards next Wednesday, April 15th at 5:30 p.m. in Scanlon Banquet Hall. Lastly, I also want to give a big thank you to all the committee members, our advisor Matt and Maya. We met last Sunday, March 29th, to review all the nominations and spent about 5 hours working through them. It was definitely an intense and overwhelming process at times, but we got through it together. I really appreciate everyone's time, effort, and commitment to making this happen. Thank you.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Conley, Christopher Lynn?
Do we have to vote to approve them as within the Constitution?
Technically.
Okay, let's roll with it.
However, they've already all been notified, so we have to.
Is there a motion to accept the decision of the committee?
So moved.
It has been moved and seconded to accept to accept the final decision of the Blue Key Committee. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And abstentions? Motion carries.
Awesome. All right.
Are there any further questions, comments, or concerns for Carly? Seeing none? Thank you, Carly.
Okay.
Clap.
Oh, sorry.
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 She's got 3. We don't have to clap.
Right. No, I only need 1.
And of your belonging committee report, Carly Biebender.
All right, again, this is me as Lorraine. The Belonging Committee met on Thursday, April 2nd at 4 p.m. in University Hall, Room B. We started off by revisiting plans for the Campus Climate Survey promotional video. Since none of the originally scheduled filming times worked for members, we decided to take a different approach and send out a Google form to collect availability for the week of April 13th to the 17th. From there, a smaller group will be formed to help coordinate and film the video. The form has already been created and was sent out yesterday. We also talked more about the upcoming Language and Culture Appreciation pop-up event. After reaching out to Dining Commons about reserving space, we discussed ways to make the event more accessible, especially for commuter students. To help with this, we're planning to host 2 pop-up sessions, one during lunchtime and one during dinner time. These could be the same day or separate days depending on availability, but the goal is to reach as many students as possible. Final details regarding the date and time are still TBD. A big part of the meeting was spent with our guest, Azanda Seymour, Executive Director of Student Belonging and Affinity Groups from BIL, and Ayana Gordon, point person for Support Affinity Groups with SAIL. They introduced themselves and had an open conversation with the committee about how we can better support affinity group leaders on campus. It was helpful to have student leaders in the room share their experiences and challenges from this past year. Overall, it felt like a productive and honest conversation, and we're looking forward to continuing that collaboration moving forward. Lastly, members were reminded about the Intergenerational Listening Circle happening on Tuesday, April 14th at 5 p.m. in the Interfaith Center. Attendance is encouraged. That's all.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Carly? Seeing none? Thank you,
Okay,
Carly.
one more, and this is actually from me.
And now for your Rules and Regulations Committee report. Carly
Sorry,
Biebender.
I'm interrupting Justin too.
That's okay.
Hello, everyone. The Rules and Regulations Committee met yesterday, April 6th, 2026. We began by reviewing the Black Student Union Constitution, which has been sent back for revisions prior to our meeting yesterday. So we reviewed their edits, and the committee approved the Constitution with only very minor grammatical edits to be made. The Environmental Planning Club Constitution was also approved with only slight grammar edits that need to be made. The InterVarsity Christian Group Constitution review was tabled because their constitution lacked a safety waiver. Bless you. The committee will revisit this constitution once the safety waiver has been added. Lastly, the Athletic Training Club Constitution was approved by the committee, but will be sent back for grammatic and formatting edits. Our next meeting will be next Monday, April 13th at 5 p.m. That's all.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Carly? Seeing none, thank you, Carly. Now for your University Curriculum Committee report, Julian Oder.
Hello. All right. For your University Curriculum Committee, we met on Friday, April 3rd at 1:40 p.m. Let's jump right into this. Environmental Science 106, Introduction to Environmental Science. New course, 3 credits, this motion passed. BFA in Graphic Design has an addition of 1 art history course ranging from 200 level to 400 level. This is to provide more course opportunity, and motion had passed. Illustration minor, this is intended for non-art majors that want to concentrate on the illustration aspect. The motion to move forward had passed. Education 207, Intro to Education, 3 credits, has a course level, title and description change to accurately update course. Motion passed. Education 305, Teaching, Writing, and Language Arts, PK through 6, 3 credits, minor revisions. Motion passed. Education 314, Building Classroom Communities, 3 credits, minor core revisions for accurate updates of the course. Passed. Education 325, Practices of Critical Multicultural Education, 3 credits, minor revisions. The motion passed. Education 329, Methods of Teaching and Learning, 2 Science, 3 credits, prereq of a grade of a B or better. Course description changed to accurately update content, and motion passed. LSPA Spanish 318, 328, 330. Deletions due to changes, motion passed. LSPA 397, Spanish capstone. LSPA 398, Spanish internship, and LSPA 399, Spanish independent study course level changes from 300 to 400 level, and motion passed. LSPA 2XX, Intro to Spanish Interpreting, is a new course, and it has 3 credits. Motion to move forward had passed. Liberal Arts BS and Liberal Arts BA has a program description updates, and this motion passed. Econ 2XX and Capitalism and/or Democracy is now a new course. 3 credits, prereq of FYJ 101 or English Comp 101. Wise, inclusive, and exploring complex issues anchored in the social and health sciences. Motion to move forward had passed. And then Econ 4XX, Time Series and Forecasting, is a new course. 3 credits, prereq of Econ 305. Motion to move forward had passed. And that's the report for UCC.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Julie? Melissa Guzman.
Congratulations on your first report.
Any further? Seeing none, thank you. Now for our Finance Committee report, Theodore Lucier.
All right, hey everyone. I just got something quick for you guys today. About a quick update about some finance proposals that went through the Finance Committee and Executive Committee. First, we had the Westfield State Car Club request for $2,600 for meal vouchers for their car show food trucks charity event that's happening on the 12th, which was accepted. And then we had the All Outs request for $1,250 for their Sexualities and Identities workshop speaker, which was accepted. Then third, our nursing club requested $46 for the purchase of beverages for their midwife event on the 20th, which was accepted. And then finally, for our Circle K International group, they requested $1,800 for student and chaperone travel to Dallas, Texas on June 30th, which was accepted. A quick report, that's all I had. Just make sure to keep keep up to date with club events as we continue to keep this campus fun and engaging. Thank you all for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the background music.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Teddy? Seeing none, thank you, Teddy. Now for your Parking Control Board report, Chris Lennon.
Okay. I printed out the wrong report, but that's okay. I'm going to hand these out. Happy birthday. All right, so good evening, Senate. The Parking Control Board met on Wednesday in Scanlon to review a slew of agenda items that were discussed in our last meeting. Our main item agenda consisted of reviewing the numbers and amounts of parking tickets from September 1st to last Wednesday. Also, this committee report was wrote last week for last week's meeting, but we didn't have a meeting. So I'm going to send around those agendas for our meeting, and those have the ticket numbers and violations on the back. At the bottom is the violation type, codes, counts, and total fines handed out, which total up to 3,895 tickets, which adds up to about $143,290. On the back are the locations in which the tickets were handed out, the lot name, the number of citations in each lot, and the total percentage in proportion to the rest of the lots. Keep in mind this data is from September 1st until March 25th, so it doesn't take into account tickets handed out in the previous 2 weeks or is what to come for the rest of the year. Josh Hutcherick highlighted how main lots across campus, those by the apartments, Lammers, and New Hall continue to be hot areas, I'm going to yell now, for ticketing, where they are seeing students parking in those areas who either don't have a main lot permit or should be parking in South Lot and don't have a permit at all and need to buy one. Tickets sent out in main lot parking areas continue to be about 30% of tickets sent out so far this year to the entire campus. On a good note, main lot spaces are expanding across the 3 areas next year, so New Hall, apartments, and Lammers. I mentioned this in my last report, but there are currently around 108 main lot spots, and for next year there will be an increase of 22, so that means there's 130 in total. These extra spots are coming mostly by New Hall and the Davis area. Next, we discussed how PA students can receive commuter parking passes now in order to accommodate their commuter-like schedule between clinicals during the week and weekends. Next, we talk about tickets. On top of the $143,000 I mentioned earlier total ticket cost, Josh estimates there's about an additional $50,000 total of late fees from all parking tickets from just this year alone. As I say every report, just buy your parking permits and park where you're supposed to. I think Josh gets tired of saying it. And I know Joshua mentioned that next year, around the first 2 months, that he plans to enforce ticketing every day, multiple times a day even, especially in South Lot, really heavily. Especially, South Lot, where students who don't have a permit at all like to park. But, you didn't hear that from me. So we briefly discussed raising parking ticket fees. Right now, a general citation sits at $35. It's sat that way for a while. However, Captain Foyle noted that the Board of Trustees would not be able to approve this or legally increase fees, so this was shot down right away. Some other information that Joshua shared with me is that the parking appeal success rate is less than 10%, so if you submit an appeal, you really don't have a good shot of getting that appeal overturned. I think last meeting there were 89 appeals submitted, only 6 were approved. And then finally we changed some language in the rules and regulations relating to ticketing and appeals in order to allow for more time for the Parking Appeals Committee to review appeals, since there's only about 1 student member on the committee right now. And lastly, we voted unanimously 5-0 to approve 2 designated parking spots behind the DC for facilities, media services, and IT vans. Finally, I just want to thank the committee. That's all. Thank you, Captain Foyle. You've been great on this committee. It's been fun, and I'm hoping you can find someone next year to take my place. So, wish you luck.
We'll try.
Please do. So, thank you.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Chris? Seeing none, thank you, Chris. Is there any new business? Seeing none, announcements. Theodore Lucier.
I just want to let everybody know that at 7 p.m. tonight, History Club is doing a Family Feud event at Wilson in Auditorium A, so, come around. It's going to be a great time.
Brenda Giuliani.
I know I already talked about this, but tomorrow's a blood drive, so if anyone hasn't signed up yet, they can just go in. And also, if the appointments are full, they are taking walk-ins.
Travis McLaughlin.
This week has been celebrating the NCAA Division III week, so that's pretty cool. Saturday we have a faculty and staff appreciation day at the lacrosse game, so go there, appreciate it. Back to athletics. Yeah.
Christopher Lanning.
Oh, God.
Matt DeLeo.
I need to see the Wisdom and Merit Committee immediately following.
Christopher Lanning.
I just want to say, everyone running, good luck. Everyone in this room is we're so much more than just an election win or loss. You're all going to do great no matter what. With that said, best of luck to all of you. Everyone's going to do great next year. And with that said, 38 days till commencement, baby. Give me chills.
Oh, that's awesome. If anybody is interested in helping out with the Mass Live report on the job market, please let me know ASAP so I can help set up a meeting for communications between you and the reporter. It's a very good opportunity. It's a very good article. Any further? Seeing none, roll call. Angelina Casella. Zara Ribbon.
Here.
Christopher Lanning.
Here.
Eliza Baez.
Here.
D'Angelis Luna Sandoval. Brenna Giuliani.
Here.
Luke Staley.
Here.
Alyssa Hamilton.
Here.
Raymond Croto.
Here.
Hayden Gomez.
Here.
Fabian Morales. Lucia Sedura.
Here.
Luke Carney. Julian Ogier.
Here.
Colda Santos. Matthew Krusha.
Here.
And Maria Renta Marrero.
Here.
If there is no additional business, I call to adjourn the April 17th meeting until April 14th.